Hi, this is Laura, Media and Communications Manager at CC. Welcome to our CC-Webinar.Live branded session. This session will consist of two parts. In the first part, we're gonna have a keynote speaker presentation by Andreas. And in the second part, we're gonna have a panel discussion on knowledge sharing sessions where attendees will be invited to ask some questions at the end. And how you ask the questions is you press the raise hand icon and then panelists will be able to answer your questions. So I'm gonna introduce our webinar moderator, Eric, and I'll let him take over. Welcome, Eric.
Welcome. Thank you, Laura. Thank you from back from the studio in Berlin. So thank you very much. Hi, guys. My name is Eric from Stockholm. I'll be your moderating of today's session. I hope you will enjoy it, and if so, then send us your likes, your thumbs up, and we will be very grateful for this. So welcome to the Care Community Webinar Live, and I would like to introduce Andreas Constantinides. Andreas Constantinides is a senior consultant at the Global Telco Consult, a regular speaker, and as well an author of several books, mainly on messaging. So welcome, Andreas. How are you?
Thank you, Eric. I'm fine. I'm really glad I'm here. Hello, Laura. Hello, Jose.
Hello.
So, Andreas, you're gonna give us a nice presentation, and you're gonna share some of the insights within the WhatsApp world. So, what do you have for us today? And please take it away.
Well, we are going to talk about WhatsApp. And the resellers. It's still very hot thing because WhatsApp intends to enter the market with some specific power. So all of the people in many companies contact me and asking what is happening, how they're going to do it. And we're going to have some information about how to choose a WhatsApp provider, which is, it's a white paper that we have it officially in our globaltelcoconsult.com site. And of course, people, they can download from there and they can read much more information about how they can choose and what they have to take care of choosing a provider for WhatsApp. It's gonna be fast, it's gonna be about 10 minutes to give just an idea, and then we're gonna have the possibility to talk about it.
Okay, thank you. So take it away and take us with you.
Okay, so hello, everybody. This is Andreas Constantinides. I'm a senior consultant at Global Telco Consult. I'm dealing with messaging. I don't know, it seems since forever. And we are going to talk about WhatsApp and how you can choose a provider. Well, as you know, the last 5 years, many things changed in the messaging industry because of the OTTs and you know, the new medium that arrived in order to perform business messaging. At the moment, we can see that WhatsApp, it started already slowly, and there's many companies that are interested to find out how they're going to cooperate with it, and if they're going to talk with WhatsApp, straight to WhatsApp or to resellers or this kind of stuff. In order to have a very short idea, WhatsApp founded in 2009. By Yahoo employees. It's the #1 messaging application, 1.96 billion users so far. It's very close to being 2 billion, which is going to be the most spread messaging app. In 180 countries, 2010 Google offered $10 billion USD in order to buy WhatsApp, but finally Facebook won with 19, almost the double price. If you see here in the map, you are going to see the blue, it's the messenger, and the green is WhatsApp, the dominance of WhatsApp worldwide. We can talk about messenger and WhatsApp, the two major. You can see some very few, some very few Viber in Russia and Balkan and some parts of Africa. Well, WhatsApp, in fact, announced 2 different projects for business messaging. The first project, they call it WhatsApp Business. It's an application that every business owner can download it. in order to have the ability to talk, to create, let's say, a chat and a page in order to talk with the consumers. WhatsApp is considering this application as a local market app. That means it's for small companies and small shops and this kind of stuff. It works, it's free, you don't have to pay anything, you just download the app, you create your page, and then you have the ability for the people to talk to you over the chatbot, then the messaging, and to interact with them by answer the questions and this kind of stuff. At the moment, before I go to WhatsApp API, I have to tell you that WhatsApp Business is already installed in 5.6 million companies, small companies, that they use it. Imagine that about 1 year ago, it was just 3,000 companies worldwide, and now it's 5.6 million companies that they use WhatsApp Business. The second tool is the WhatsApp API. This is what it's about our industry, it's about telco, it's the messaging that we know. It's the ability to big brands, to medium and large companies, as WhatsApp used to say, to implement the API in order to have the ability to send messages to the people in their favorite channel, which is WhatsApp, of course. The messaging policy, you can send any kind of message you want as a company, but promotional. You're not allowed to send any promotional. That means in WhatsApp, you don't have the ability to make bulk. Let's say, come and shop with us next Saturday, 30% off. This is not allowed. But you can send transactional and informative messages. In order for WhatsApp to be sure that there's not going to be any spam, all the messages, they have to be pre-approved as templates. That means I send my template to WhatsApp. Let's say that your shipment is going to be delivered at that day and that time by this courier, and this is going to be pre-approved by WhatsApp in order to have the ability to send it. The same happened with the transaction of the banking thing and this kind of things. Here is a template in order to see the session message. In fact, if somebody if a consumer is gonna interact with you in WhatsApp and ask a question, WhatsApp doesn't really care about what you're going to answer, if it's going to be template or not. Because the most important thing for WhatsApp is for the consumer to interact first and not to be noisy, but messages that the companies are going to send to him. So if somebody asks something, for example, if you have this product, or if when I'm going to receive my parcel and this kind of stuff, then you have to reply anything you like, even to make some promo. In order to see how it works, have a look at this video. As you can see, you have a channel that you can do anything with it. You can send any kind of media you like. It's really, really effective. Well, let's talk about the commercial policy and the business model variety. In fact, WhatsApp, so far they have more than 60 official resellers. That means if a brand wants to have the API, they don't have to contact WhatsApp, because even if they do, nothing is going to happen. They're going to choose one of the official resellers in order to have the pricing and to have the tools required in order to perform business messaging. All you have to know that there is a monthly fee per WABA. WABA calls WhatsApp business account that you have to pay every month. More or less, it's the same like Viber, how Viber works for the people that they know and they're dealing with it. There is a cost for templates. You can have unlimited templates, but there are some companies that they charge you in order to create the template. Cost per message sent in session. Sorry, guys, I'm a bit cold. It's not coronavirus, don't worry, you know. So there is cost per message sent in session. There are some companies that they charge per session, 24 hours or one by one. And hosting fees and some of the stuff that you have to take care of. In order to create a WhatsApp business account, you need a telephone number. Landline or mobile doesn't really matter. A company name, you need to have a Facebook business ID, because WhatsApp belongs to Facebook. So you know that the one hand rubs the other. Verified Facebook account, a name of the company who is responsible to deal with, and the required sender name that you want to have as a sender ID. So as you can understand, with more than 60 official resellers, it's really very important to know that every reseller has his own pricing and commercial policy. That means if you need to deal with somebody, you need at least to make a research and to talk with, I don't know, 5, 10, 20 of them in order to see who is having the better package for you. Because if you search in the market, you're going to see more than 120 official commercial pricing schemes. From the day one, you have to deal with the cost per WABA. That means you have to ask how much it's going to cost me per month, cost per message sent, the template cost. Imagine that there is some companies that they don't charge you for template cost, but some others they do. The cost for session, if it's going to be API and platform, or how they're going to give you, what kind of tools they're going to give you in order to perform the campaign. Define other expenses, if there are any other expenses, because some they are charging per hosting. For example, they say that every sender ID costs $20 per month as hosting expenses. And of course, the provider reliability. So as I told you in the beginning, you can download the whole white paper from globalteleconsult.com/whitepaper/WhatsApp. In order to find more information about this and all of the commercial schemes, and in order to be ready to understand what is the best way in order to choose your WhatsApp provider. So I think that it was 10 minutes, Laura, Eric, so far.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Andreas. Yes, that was enough.
Thank you very much, Andreas, and it was really exciting to hear from you, especially on the business side, what's all possible and what's and probably the constraints. So good to hear that GTC provides the white paper, and they can download it at globaltelcoconsult.com whitepapers-WhatsApp. So people, guys, do this, have a look at it, read it, and take the best out of it. So thank you, Andreas. Do we have any questions here for Andreas? Or was Andreas that clear? Andreas, one thing. How does the future actually of WhatsApp looks? What more can we expect? What do you think?
Well, it seems really very promising, Eric, because it's okay. At the moment, it goes really very slow. Imagine that we have, they have, WhatsApp have less than 1,000 business accounts worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
According to Mobile Square, Nick Lane and Gavin Peterson, it's 996 business that they use. But the next 3 years, the next 4 years, by 2024, it's estimated to be 55,000 brands that they're going to use there. Yeah.
And is it more for let's say the small medium enterprises, or do you think that this is more for, let's say, for the large corporations?
This is gonna be for the large, of course. This is gonna be for the large.
Okay. So thank you very much. I think it's again, it's loud and clear. So guys, download it, globaltelcoconsult.com, and otherwise just press the info button and the guys will get back to you from GTC. So no problem. So thank you very much, and thank you, Andreas. So now I think we're going to continue with the panel discussion, the knowledge sharing session. So welcome again to the Care Community Webinar Live. Today's session is all about, and we're going to talk about the messaging market trends in 2020. So in this roaring times, Care Community is actually very proud to bring it to the telco industry and its members the CC-Webinar.Live, as well as the executive interviews. So make sure you're gonna look out for those guys, and to keep the industry up to date of what's going on in our industry. So for the CC-Webinar.Live, I would like to introduce, of course, and you saw him already, that's Mr. Andreas Constantinides, senior consultant at the GTC, regular speaker at Congress panel sessions, and as well a very honored author, especially on several books he wrote about messaging. Next to that, I'm very proud to have the founder and the CEO of Global Telco Consult, Mr. Jose Garcia. Welcome,
Hello.
Jose. Welcome. Jose is also a regular speaker at the GCCM congresses around the world, and as well as a moderator. So actually, I'm very happy and proud to have my colleague here on the panel session, sharing session. So welcome, gentlemen, and let's start with our panel session. Are we ready for it?
Yes.
Always ready.
Always ready. Fantastic to hear. So, guys, question: Omni-Channel. We heard a lot about it. Can you please elaborate a little bit to the audience? What is it all about in short, and is it a buzzword or is it reality? Please enlighten me.
Jose, are you going to start?
Yeah, I can start. Why not? I think it's important to differentiate the different multi-channel concepts. So today's enterprises are mainly contacting their customers via one channel. So this channel is very often email, sometimes is paper, letter, sometimes is their app, if they launched an app. So they focus on one channel. And any company that is supporting different channels feels already very innovative. Yeah, they feel already like a full spot on the omni-channel environment. However, in most cases, is also a limited setup they have, because what they do is they select for Eric email because he loves email, for Andreas SMS, and for Jose his push because he has installed the app. Yeah, this is not omni-channel. Yeah, what we need to understand the concept of omni-channel, the essence of omni-channel is to complete a sales cycle, starting on one channel and giving the user the possibility to switch the channel seamlessly. Yeah, If I send you an email with a 3D barcode, you print this email and you go to the shop, you already have an omni-channel experience. Yeah, we started the sales cycle on one channel. You chose to use the channel to print it out, to go to the shop, and the shop has been the physical interface from the customer to the seller where you made the sales complete. Yeah, I think it's very important to understand the concept of omni-channel. It helps us to understand that we are not there yet. There is a complexity that the enterprises have to deal with that is quite significant. And I just gave you a very simple example of an omni-channel case, but obviously there are more complex ones, and it's not always going to the shop. Today we have lots of online activities, especially in those Corona times. So you can't go to the shop because the shop is simply closed. Yeah, the omni-channel experience needs to happen, being online or using the apps that you have, and having the means that you have. I think very interesting times now, the Corona times. From my point of view, should be the right time to invest in something like multi-channel or omni-channel communication for the enterprises.
So what is the difference there between omni-channel and multi-channel? What can you explain? Or give us an example?
Yeah, sure. I think multi-channel is something quite common. You have an airline, and the airline have the possibility to send you a message through the app you have installed. This is one channel.
Okay.
Now, technically, they support other channels, but there is no seamless switch from one channel to the other in order to complete the sales cycle. Let me be concrete. You communicate with the airline, let's say KLM. We saw KLM in the case of Andreas' presentation, via email. So normally they will send an email back, and then you will send an email back, and probably you are lucky to complete the sales transaction there. But if you send an email and then you call afterwards, very often they will not know that the sales request has already been initiated on email.
Correct.
A company that has omni-channel under control will have a centralized database where they identify that the communication is coming from Eric. Eric is identified by a unique email address, by a unique number, and when you call them, they will push the button. They will see that the A number you're calling from is already Eric. So this will relate them already to the communication that you have established previously, independently of the channel that initiated this communication. So you call them and they read through your email, and this is something they will use in order to continue the sales process, because at the end, what do they want to sell you? They want to sell you an upgrade. You shall upgrade from economy into business. So they continue. And when they finish the conversation with you, they send you a completion confirmation, so or probably a purchase confirmation if you manage to complete the purchase through their app. Yeah. So what have we done? You started the communication on an email. You continued the communication on the telephone. The confirmation of the flight or of the upgrade has been done through the app. Yeah. So we have completed the whole sales cycle using 3 different channels. You need to have an intelligence in order to make it possible, because what you shall
I can imagine, yes.
What you shall not do is what is happening today. You send an email, then you call the help desk, and first of all, they ask you for your name, and they ask you for your needs, your request. but you already dedicated 20 minutes to writing it down on email. Now you have to repeat again. That's a bad sales experience for the customer.
I think we all had that experience multiple times.
This is, Eric, this is standard. This is standard. You know, standard is that if you call a help desk, you have to repeat again what was your initial request. And what is even worse, if you call the help desk 2 times or 3 times, you might have to repeat the story again and again. Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
This is not omni-channel. This is not a good customer experience. What are we looking for? If I'm a brand, if I'm an enterprise, I want to have the best customer experience possible. And the best customer experience comes through efficient communication. And efficient communication is, it doesn't take you as a customer, as a user, much time to address your needs, to address your request. And if you do it, imagine you dedicate 20 minutes to fill out the form. Next time a sales agent is calling you, you don't want to repeat the story. The data must already be with the sales agent. Yeah? And if you send the WhatsApp to the help desk through the very sexy WhatsApp API service that Andreas just presented, you want to have the same experience. You don't want to go again through the pain of describing that your computer is not working. The email that describes that the computer is not working, or the call, this is a data that needs to be already in front of the agent. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the essence of omni-channel experience. And as told, I don't think that globally we're there yet. We have some cases where this is supported, but the complexity is a significant one that actually needs to be addressed by operators, by marketing agencies, by aggregators. Yeah.
Okay. If we need to put all of this in a phrase, may I? If
yes,
we need to put all of this in a phrase, let's say that omni-channel, it's a centralized marketing communication to the customer, no matter where he is and where he's coming from. But the big difference that the customer nowadays is coming from many, many medium. It's not only SMS, not only mail anymore. It's not Viber, it's WhatsApp, it's Zalo, it's Telegram, it's, you know, it's a mess. So companies need to have a centralized marketing messaging application in order to system, in order to deal with the customer and to have all of the history of the communication with the customer in order to see how he got triggered and, you know, what's happening. Yeah.
So we understand, Andreas, thank you. So now we understand that omni-channel is important, the advantages, and that is not a buzzword, but it's really reality.
Yeah.
Now, Jose just mentioned quickly that, you know, how far are we now? Let me rephrase that. Which industries do you think are, let's say, more ahead, let's say, in omni-channel than other industries?
Well, I think that retailers, they are already playing the game, you know, because if we're talking about the market, okay? Well, yes. I think retailers already, they're really, really very aware in Europe and in USA also, and try to do things, you know, to give this omni-channel experience to their, you know, of course, in banks also in financial industries. But yeah, I think retailers they're really very ready.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, next to omni-channel, what we heard a lot, let's say last year, what was, let's say, within the messaging world, let's say, really a topic, it's called RCS. Mm-hmm. So maybe Andreas, you can quickly say, what is RCS, what does it stand for, and is the time actually on our side with RCS?
Well, yeah, I can tell you some things about RCS, although that Giovanni Benini is our expert in order to talk about this. But of course, I'm going to tell you some things. In a very few words, RCS is the SMS version 2. That means the ability to send multimedia over an SMS, let's say. Okay, so it's everybody knows that it's Google behind, and that's why they're waiting for it. It's I used to call it the Holy Grail of Google that everybody's hearing about, but nobody have seen it yet. However, if you see, there is some it's already happening with very, very low volumes, but it does. And if you want me to give you a very, very small idea about RCS, I will tell you that the evolution of RCS from 2020 to 2023 is estimated to be 900% in total, with let's say almost 1 billion messages from now to 2023. If you have the ability to see the numbers now, it's really, really very slow, but thank God it has already started.
Okay, Jose, what's your take on that, on RCS?
Yeah, I always try to put all the theories, all the pictures we had in our hands into the context of Corona times. And I think the exciting question is, what has changed? Yeah, because whatever has changed will be a change that we will experience for a long time, probably not as strict as currently, but obviously consumer behaviors will change and will have changed for a longer period.
Absolutely.
Why a longer period? Because now we have to save lives, as they say, but in future we have to save our pockets and our wallets. Why? Because we are going through a very big recession. So the question for me is, how does RCS look in that context, and to what extent RCS development is threatened or supported by that context? Personally, I have a slightly pessimistic view now. I have to say why. Because the appetite for consumption has decreased. And on a global level, it will have decreased for quite a long time, because the recession, the global one we will go through, might take a couple of years. So I think a lower level of consumption is obviously poison for the retailers. Yeah, the retailers might be a bit restrictive when it comes to develop new tools, to establish new processes, to invest probably in customer engagement, if they already plan with reduced sales numbers in terms of revenues, in terms of margins.
Except the supermarkets.
Yeah, obviously. But the supermarkets is just one vertical in the whole landscape.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Overall, the consumption is going down, and even when it comes to food products, which is the main product segment that is sold in supermarkets, overall the consumption is going down. Why? Because in the past you had the supermarkets for your self-supply plus the bars and restaurants. Yeah. So overall there was a higher level of consumption of food. Yeah. So the food consumption overall has decreased. Unfortunately, we have to say, even though we go to the supermarket and we think, well, everybody's going crazy, they are selling like crazy, and it's correct, but another food supply chain has completely collapsed. We should not forget. Yeah, I read the other day that the meat production went down a lot. Yeah, because when it comes to eat, I don't know, a real steak and a lamb in the oven, whatever, it's quite common to go to the restaurant. and people do it every now and then at home, but not as frequent. Yeah, so overall the meat consumption went down like crazy, but I tell you the same applies to fish and to many other food products. So coming back to your question, the overall level of consumption is coming down, and obviously this is not helping in order to launch any new tools, technologies that actually require an investment from the enterprise side. Yeah, this is.
Do you think that Google is sharing your view? Because it is their baby.
Well, I think I mean they're full of smart people at Google. So smart people, they read the newspapers, they make their own analysis, and they should agree. You know. I mean, otherwise they just defend a very partial view due to their own economic interests or whatever political interests. I don't know. So I think Google is seeing what is happening, and it's not very fortunate for Google what is happening, because this was really, you know, the whole Corona thing happened exactly where we were feeling a very good dynamic in terms of RCS deployments around the world.
It was, let's say, on the foreground of being, let's say, fully introduced, but due to the current, let's say, coronavirus pandemic and possible world recession situation, you think the time is not on their hand right now for RCS. That's what you're saying. And probably later.
Yes, that's what I think. And okay, many people will say, yeah, but you know, now e-commerce will have the opportunity. Now remote IT support will have the opportunity. You are right. That's right. You know, but I always look into the global picture. Yeah, because the global picture is what leads to big changes. And RCS is a big change. You know, and overall, unfortunately, the retailers suffer and are going to suffer for a long time. Why? Because we don't travel and we don't buy new clothes. We don't do it anymore, unfortunately. Why do I say unfortunately? Because buying new clothes gives money, gives jobs to others.
Absolutely,
yeah?
Absolutely.
So this is where I have a pessimistic view, I have to say. Whatever channels have established so far, I think will grab a bigger part of the cake, and the channels that have not been established so far will suffer in order to get the additional investment that is required in order to make them popular.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So that was really let's say, thankful to understand what the current messaging trend is.
This
Andreas.
Concerning this issue, I would like to say that maybe with RCS it's going to be like this because they try to establish and they try to be in the market. There's many things and many people and many companies involved and many technicalities, and maybe it's going to be slow because of the thing. However, for the messaging itself, I don't believe that's going to be, of course, there is some space that's already lost. Okay, let's say these 2-3 months, or I don't know, 1 more month, I don't know how long it's going to last. But when the people are going to be out again in the market, they're going to shop like crazy. The market's going to start moving very fast, I believe, for 2 reasons. The first reason that they want to go out. The second reason is shopping makes you happy. And the third reason is that you didn't spend any money all of this month, so you need to spend it. You know, I think that messaging is going to start really, really very slow when the locked up is going to be ended. But yes, maybe for RCS and channels that now that try to be established, maybe there is delays due to technicalities. But I'm absolutely sure that let's say 2 months after the locked up is over, we're going to be back in the normal. Our industry is going to be back in the normal again.
Okay.
Okay. Alexandros wants to add something.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello,
Hello.
Alexandros.
A big hi to all of you. I'm very happy that I have the opportunity to see and listen to you. I'm Alexandros Gonidis from RDCom.
Hello, Italia.
Hello. Oh, I think also Eric is located close to Italy. I think in Como, if I got correct.
Correct. Don't tell anybody.
No. It's just between us now. So I have a question, which is related with the WhatsApp. If you can predict an estimations of revenues or volumes that will arrive, hopefully, from the WhatsApp.
Well, yeah, there is some predictions, Alexandros. Well, if we're talking about the total spend in 2019, it was 38.7 million USD for WhatsApp. And it's estimated, it's predicted for 2024 to 3.6 billion. So as you can, in US dollars, okay? As you can see, the potential, it seems that's going to be big. And yeah, if we talk about the volume, sorry, I can see my papers here. Well, I'm going to tell you the volumes of the users, which is really breathtaking. 2018, it was 1.7 billion. 2020, it seems to be 2.2 billion. And 2024, it's estimated to be 3.1 billion users. So as you can understand, the spread is gonna be big. Yeah, this is it.
Well, it is enormous, which comes also to what Mr. Jose said before regarding the Omni-Channel and the multi-channel, even if we are not ready to admit that to ourselves. But this huge growth of WhatsApp, and this is my last question, I'm closing after this, how will affect, even financial speaking, with a huge crisis that we will face the next months because of the coronavirus and the lockdown situation, how that will affect the traditional A2P SMS? Because part of the numbers that we have now for the A2P SMS comes from the two-way. So I think the WhatsApp will affect that. What is your opinion on that? And I'm closing now.
Jose, maybe you can answer that.
Alexandros, two-way use cases based on SMS on a global scale are very tiny, unfortunately. Yeah. And why is that? This is quite obvious, because it's less user-friendly. You don't have an instant communication with SMS. You don't have the instant interaction. You don't know if the other party is typing. So yeah, I mean, two-way communication is, or from my point of view, even P2A communication in general is clearly in hands of the OTT channels. WhatsApp being probably that channel having the greatest chances to succeed. This is what I see. And what regards the traditional A2P communication, which is today on a global scale mainly transactional traffic, I think this is a traffic that is there to stay on SMS. On a wide scale, obviously here and there will be some shifts to other technologies like biometric authentication. Yeah, that's my view.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? And thank you, Alexandros.
Thank you too. No, not from me. I'm muting myself.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions out there?
In the crowd. Out there in the crowd.
For these experts.
Okay.
If not, then again, I would like to thank you, gentlemen, Jose, Andreas, both from Global Telco Consult. Thank you very much for being with us, and thank you, audience, for for watching the CC webinar live. Thank you so much for being here. Again, don't forget to send us your comments and your likes. We would appreciate it, and we'll hope to see you next time on this channel. So we from the Carry community would want to wish you all the best in good health. And as I always say, ciao for now, and we're gonna see you next time. And I'll switch back to the studio in Berlin to Laura. Thank you very much, guys, and stay cool.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Guys, for attending our CC webinar live session. Thank you, Eric, for moderating and doing an amazing job. I will see you all in our future webinars, and take care, guys.
Bye.